walking through the crowded streets alone, but melody is my inheritance, turning every sorrow into a dance. I found a treasure hidden in the groove, a sacred frequency that makes me move.
Listen to the bass line spinning like wealth. Good meditation for your mental health. We don't need a vault filled with currency when we possess the ultimate harmony. Rich in the spirit, wealthy in the mind, leaving all the material vanity behind.
Unlocking the vault of the musical sphere,
Dispersing the doubt, conquering the fear.
every single note is a priceless gem.
We don't need a crown or a diadem.
We spin in that rhythm gold, timeless and pure, a royal medicine that can always cure. Precious vibrations flowing through the air, lifting up the heavy burdens everywhere. Rhythm gold, the soundtrack of the blessed, putting all our worries to a final rest.
Hey! Midas touch when the microphone drop. Real authentic sounds that will never flop. From the street corners to the stadium stage, writing history on a golden page. Solid as an anvil, heavy like lead. Positive thoughts inside the youth man head.
My melody shines like a polished ring. Listen to the chorus that the angels sing, a vocal luxury that money can't buy, soaring effortlessly through the sky. We wrap our stories in a silk refrain, washing away the residue of pain. Unlocking the vault of the musical sphere,
Dispersing the doubt, conquering the fear.
every single note is a priceless gem.
We don't need a crown or a diadem.
We spin in that rhythm gold, timeless and pure, a royal medicine that can always cure. Precious vibrations flowing through the air, lifting up the heavy burdens everywhere. Rhythm gold, the soundtrack of the blessed, putting all our worries to a final rest. Sweeter than honey, brighter than a star.
This is our legacy,
This is our legacy, this is our truth.
giving continuous strength.
To the youth,
A fortune of sound that will never lose value.
gold, pure and refined.
Hey! A musical treasure.
Completely free, spinning that rhythm gold, timeless and pure. A royal medicine that can always cure. Precious vibrations flowing through the air, lifting up the heavy burdens everywhere. Rhythm gold, the soundtrack of the blessed, putting all our worries to a final rest.
Solid gold vibration.
Top shelf,
This music is our ultimate wealth.
shining forever, sparkling in the dark. Yeah, yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Deep in the canopy where shadows creep, secrets of centuries the giants keep. My feet are tangled in the creeping vines, reading the blueprints of the old designs. I track the echo of a distant drum, knowing the awakening has finally come.
Stepping out the wilderness, no asphalt road, carrying the heavy monumental load. Concrete survivor was a dangerous game, but out in the thicket, nothing is tame.
Jaguar spirit when the moonlight flash, watch the illusions of the empire crash. The canopy is shaking, the earth starts to quake.
Witness the power when the slumbering awake.
Leaving the cage of the artificial town,
Taking the branches and the emerald crown.
this is the jungle beat, wild and alive. Only the passionate souls will survive. Loud as a predator, deep as the roots, marching along in our traveling boots. Jungle beat, driving us totally mad. The greatest escape that we ever had.
Tarzan mentality breaking the wire, cooking our food over natural fire. No digital matrix can monitor here, free from the static of systemic fear.
Listen to the wind, how it talks to the trees, chanting a message of total release.
My melody cuts through the tangled green, preaching a sermon that is rarely seen.
Shedding the costume of a modern life, cutting the sorrow with a golden knife.
I am the panther,
I am the rain,
washing the madness from a tired brain.
the canopy is shaking, the earth starts to quake.
Witness the power when the slumbering awake.
Leaving the cage of the artificial town,
Taking the branches and the emerald crown.
this is the jungle beat, wild and alive. Only the passionate souls will survive. Loud as a predator, deep as the roots, marching along in our traveling boots. Jungle beat, driving us totally mad. Oh, the greatest escape that we ever had. Untamed emotions,
Ready to flood
ancestral plasma.
inside of our blood,
We cannot be caged by a ceiling or wall.
answering the ancient primeval call.
Welcome to the valley where the wild things grow.
Breathing in the oxygen of truth, reclaiming the power of eternal youth.
Nature is speaking.
Listen, glad.
This is the jungle beat, wild and alive. Only the passionate souls will survive. Loud as a predator, deep as the roots, marching along in our traveling boots. Jungle beat, driving us totally mad. Whoa, the greatest escape that we ever had.
Raw jungle energy direct from the source.
Moving ahead with an unstoppable force,
So lost in the greenery,
forever wild. Hey, hey. Standing at the precipice where the ocean meets the sky, watching as the purple storm clouds begin to multiply.
the boundary of the universe painted in the violet hue.
A terrifying masterpiece coming slowly into view.
I am staring at the limit
with an unblinking steady gaze,
stepping into the unknown,
walking through the twilight maze.
Yeah, we march into the edge, trekking across the jagged stone, leaving the familiar territory, stepping out of the comfort zone. No compass can navigate this incredibly harsh terrain, pushing through the blizzard and the torrential pouring rain. The silhouette of the mountain range is blocking up the view, but the warrior determination is pushing strictly through.
The boundary is approaching, the line is drawn in red, ignoring every single warning that the cowardly have said. Crossing over the meridian, stepping out into the vast, leaving the outdated geography buried in the distant past. We are chasing the fierce horizon, boldly walking into the fray, where the blaze of spectacular sunset completely swallows the day. There is no turning back, the destination is calling out loud, standing upon the ultimate edge, standing incredibly proud. The lightning flashes across incredibly beautiful divide.
Ooh, we have finally reached the place where the brave collide. The panorama is intimidating, stretching out forever wide, but we carried the ancient maps deeply hidden inside, conquering the longitude, mastering the latitude lines, reading the celestial omens, interpreting the weather signs. The expedition is treacherous, a journey for the truly bold, writing a brand new chapter that has never yet been told.
The colors are bleeding together, a terrifying crimson streak. I am finding the immense courage that I initially came to see. The cliffside is dropping away into the bottomless deep abyss, but I have never felt a moment of absolute clarity like this. The skyline is burning up with a magnificent, aggressive glow. I'm leaving the valley of the shadows, incredibly far below. The boundary is approaching, the line is drawn in red, ignoring every single warning that the cowardly have said. Crossing over the meridian, stepping out into the vast, leaving the outdated geography buried in the distant past. We are chasing the fierce horizon, boldly walking into the fray, where the blazing spectacular sunset completely swallows the day. There is no turning back, the destination is calling out loud, standing upon the ultimate edge, edge the boundary, fearless explorers beyond the sky.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Bam, 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 bam.
Metropolitan wires are tangled high, replacing the branches against the sky. I track the current through the grid of stone, a techno nomad on a neon throne. The pulse of the circuit is running fast, breaking the cage of the analog past.
Yes, stop, yeah, 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 yeah. Yes, step in on the sector where the lasers flash. Watch the systems of the old world crash. No acoustic camouflage can protect you here when the cybernetic vibration is near. Man, a high voltage soldier repping the block, keeping the energy steady as I rock.
The voltage is rising, the machinery glows,
Following the river where the digital flows,
leaving the safety of the traditional town,
taking the throne and the artificial crown.
welcome to the electric jungle, wild and bright, dancing through the currents of the modern night. A synthetic playground for a renegade soul, taking back the power and the full control. Electric jungle, charging the brain, washing the static of the daily pain.
And the matrix rewrite the code, carrying the heavy monumental load. No corporate server can monitor my verse when we are breaking the systemic curse. A digital dancehall lifestyle, raw and clean, the greatest phenomenon that you've ever seen.
My vocal frequency shatters the screen, exposing the strategy behind the machine. I am the signal that they cannot block, defying the ticking of their metric clock. We rock our rebellion in a laser beam, living the reality of the sci-fi dream. The voltage is rising, the machinery glows,
Following the river where the digital flows,
even the safety of the traditional town.
taking the throne and the artificial crown.
Welcome to the electric jungle, wild and bright, dancing through the currents of the modern night. A synthetic playground for a renegade soul, taking back the power and the full control. Electric jungle, charging the brain, washing the static of the daily pain. Uncaged by wires,
Unbound by steel,
making the futuristic fantasy real.
run like a current,
Flash like a spark,
illuminating the alleys of the cyber dark.
unstoppable frequency. Big charge, power the mind,
Signal the highest energy you can find.
in line alive.
Ready to strike.
suffering a defeat, placing the diadem upon the confident, lifted head, banishing the panic and the paralyzing dread. The jewels are sparkling with a remarkably brave design. The royal inheritance is legitimately, completely mine.
Yeah, the sovereign taking over, ruling the massive state, confronting the adversity, embracing the heavyweight. The scepter of the courage held firmly inside the grip. We navigating the treacherous waters upon the royal ship. No terror can penetrate the majesty of the mind, leaving the timidity and the cowardice far behind. The coronation is starting, the trumpets begin to play. The cowardly hesitations are entirely washed away. The kingdom is recognizing the genuinely bold decree. The courageous authority is setting the people free, wearing the fearless crown, ruling with absolute might, conquering the phobias, winning the mental fight. The sovereign of the bravery, a monarch of the brave, refusing to ever be the panic's obedient slave.
Ooh, the majestic leadership
He's taking the highest place,
defeating the terror
with a wonderfully royal grace. Oh yeah. The palace is fortified by the incredibly bold intent. The cowardly advisors have all been rightfully sent, decreeing a mandate of the absolute pure resolve, watching the anxieties completely, totally dissolve. The dynasty of the courageous is permanently installed. The bravest administrators have formally been called.
The emeralds of the certainty decorating the gold, a beautifully confident story that has to be told. The tiara is heavy but the posture is perfectly straight, dictating the remarkably courageous, magnificent fate. I am sitting upon the throne, banishing the alarm, protecting the populace from the psychological harm.
Coronation is starting,
The trumpets begin to play.
the cowardly hesitations are
Entirely washed away. The kingdom is recognizing the genuinely bold decree.
the courageous authority is
Setting the people free, wearing the fearless crown, ruling with absolute might,
conquering the phobias,
winning the mental fight. The sovereign of the bravery, a monarch of the brave,
refusing to ever be the panic's obedient slave.
ooh, the majestic leadership,
He's taking the highest place,
defeating the terror Thunders dropping like a stone, standing in the eye of the unknown. Lightning flashes in my stormy eyes, tearing down the curtain of this sky.
I am the tempest, I am the gale, writing an epic and magnificent tale. Cloud overloading of the stratosphere, making the wicked them tremble with fear. A lyrical hurricane spinning around, lifting the heavy weight off of the ground. No, no umbrella can protect your dome when the electric current finds a home.
See the horizon turning completely black.
No turning around, there is no going back.
The pressure is building, the atmosphere breaks,
Shaking the foundations of our past mistakes.
riding the wave of the tropical thunder, tearing the chains of oppression asunder. A booming explosion of rhythm and bass, wiping the tears from a beautiful face. Tropical thunder, electric and loud, shining the light through the heaviest cloud.
Rumble and tumble the bass and awake, causing the mountain and valley to shake. Monsoon season when the truth drops down, cleansing the sins of the corrupted town. Hear the percussion like artillery fire, elevating the spiritual desire higher.
I stand on the rooftop, embracing the gale, knowing my confidence never will fail. Let the downpour wash over my skin, letting the glorious era begin. My voice is the lightning that shatters the dark, leaving a permanent, beautiful mark. See the horizon turning completely black.
No turning around, there is no going back.
The pressure is building, the atmosphere breaks,
Shaking the foundations of our past mistakes.
riding the wave of the tropical thunder, tearing the chains of oppression asunder. A booming explosion of rhythm and bass, wiping the tears from a beautiful face. Tropical thunder, electric and loud, shining a light through the heaviest cloud. After the storm, the flowers will bloom.
Dispelling the darkness, erasing the gloom.
The louder it crashes, the stronger we stand.
Reclaiming the power across the land.
An atmospheric force that cannot be contained.
Flush!
Illuminating the night.
Telling them we gonna fight.
The sky is falling, but we are safe. Riding the wave of the tropical thunder, tearing the chains of oppression asunder. A booming explosion of rhythm and bass, wiping the tears from a beautiful face. Tropical thunder, electric and loud, shining a light through the heaviest cloud.
Sound by
Hear the thunder roll,
a glorious storm inside my soul.
bouncing off the skyscraper wall.
Stand up tall, never let the kingdom fall.
The asphalt jungle cannot break our will.
We are the kings and queens of the summit still.
We are the concrete lion roaring out loud, standing majestic above the timid crowd. An urban warrior with a golden mane, surviving the pressure and the daily pain. Concrete lion, fierce and unbound, reclaiming the sovereignty of this ground.
No zoo cage can hold this vibration. We sending a message to the entire nation. They build a labyrinth to make us lose, but we choose the path that the ancestors choose. Spiritual instinct, navigating the maze, leaving the hunters in a total daze.
My voice is the roar that shatters the glass, announcing the era that is come to pass. I wear my scars like a royal robe, shining my authority across the globe. You cannot domesticate a sovereign soul, taking back the crown, taking back control. Hear the echo bouncing off the skyscraper wall.
Stand up tall, never let the kingdom fall.
The asphalt jungle cannot break our will.
We are the kings and queens of the summit still.
We are the concrete lion roaring out loud, standing majestic above the timid crowd. An urban warrior with a golden mane, surviving the pressure and the daily pain. Concrete lion, fierce and unbound, reclaiming the sovereignty of this ground.
Sharp as steel,
Royal in our stance,
giving the zookeeper.
no second chance.
We rule the pavement,
We rule the street,
never acknowledging.
the word defeat.
Uncaged, untamed, magnificent and free.
Let them know we are here.
Bright.
Let them know we are here.
The jungle is ours, asphalt or
We
green.
are the concrete lion, roaring out loud, standing majestic above the timid crowd. An urban warrior with a golden mane, surviving the pressure and the daily pain. Concrete lion, fierce and unbound, reclaiming the sovereignty of this ground.
Lion of the lifestyle,
Streets ahead,
walking proud.
where the angels tread.
The roar echoes.
Forever through the storm. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, stranded on a shore of silver sand, searching for a warm and healing hand. The tide is high, but I am flying higher, fueled by a spark of pure desire. Cold winter winds cannot touch my skin, because I know the strength that lies within.
Greetings from the tropical zone, repping the place where sunshine smiles on every single face. We burning down the hatred, burning down malice, pouring pure love inside the golden chalice. Reggae music booming from the sound system stack. Once you feel this energy, you're never going back.
Catch the smoke rising up to the blue,
Cleanse your mind, make your spirit brand new.
from the volcanic peak to the ocean floor. We don't want the sorrow anymore. This is the island fire burning so bright, guiding our people through the darkest night, blazing a trail where the weary can run underneath the power of the blazing sun. Island fire heating up the soul, making every broken
fate. Love is the key to unlock the heavy gate.
I sing for the dreamers who lost their way, hoping for a brighter, better day. Let the heat melt your worries away, no matter what the cynical voices say. We are protected by the emerald trees, floating gently on the Caribbean breeze. Catch the smoke rising up to the blue.
Cleanse your mind, make your spirit brand new.
From the volcanic peak to the ocean floor, we don't want the sorrow anymore. This is the island fire burning so bright, guiding our people through the darkest night, blazing a trail where the weary can run underneath the power of the blazing sun. Island fire heating up the soul, making every broken pieces whole.
This is the ignition, a brand new star.
Shine your light for the world to behold.
More precious than diamonds,
Wealthier than gold.
eternal warmth that can never grow cold. Fire ablaze,
Fire a burn,
it's our time.
it's our turn.
Feel the temperature rise. Look into our eyes.
This is the island fire burning so bright, guiding our people through the darkest night, blazing a trail where the weary can run underneath the power of the blazing sun. Island fire heating up the soul, making every broken pieces whole.
Burn on,
Beautiful flame,
tell him say the island he cannot take.
sparking the world until the morning comes.
Dum 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 dum, na 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 na. Where you do?
Standing on the perimeter of the cliff, the coastal wind is blowing cold and stiff. I watch the liquid horizon expand, wishing my sorrows could dissolve in sand. A massive weight upon my fragile chest, looking for answers in the watery west.
Yeah, look at the blue expanse, so deep and wide, hiding the history of the painful tide. So many secrets buried in the floor, from the middle passage to the modern shore. Salinity matching the fluid from your eye, underneath the gray and sympathetic sky.
The high tide is rising,
Swallowing the coast
embracing the memories,
that haunt us the most.
a massive reservoir of collective pain.
Falling from the sky like torrential rain.
These are the ocean tears, deep and profound, sinking our heavy hearts down to the ground. A maritime symphony of pure distress, washing away the debris of the mess. Ocean tears, flooding the aquatic zone.
cycle must turn. Through the bitter water, the wisdom we learn.
My vocal echoes through the karaoke's, riding the crest of the colossal waves. An emotional monsoon inside my mind, leaving the static of the shore behind. I submerge my ego in the deep abyss, trading the trauma for a watery kiss. The high tide is rising,
Swallowing the coast
embracing the memories
that haunt us the most.
a massive reservoir of collective pain,
Falling from the sky like torrential rain.
these are the ocean tears, deep and profound, sinking our heavy hearts down to the ground. A maritime symphony of pure distress, washing away the debris of the mess. Ocean tears, flooding the aquatic zone. No longer weeping in the dark alone.
Let the salt,
Cleanse the wounds of the past.
the longest winter cannot always last.
From the dark trenches we will ascend.
This is the beginning, this is not the end.
The sea will cradle our fragile bones. These are the ocean tears, deep and profound, sinking our heavy hearts down to the ground. A maritime symphony of pure distress, washing away the debris of the mess. Ocean tears, flooding the aquatic zone. No longer weeping in the dark alone. The final wave has finished the fight.
Secret harbor,
The water is calm.
oh yeah. Na 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 na. Yeah. The hammer of adversity hits the anvil hard.
Leaving my spirit emotionally scarred.
But I don't fracture under the weight. I stand defiant at the heavy gate.
They tried to forge a weapon to destroy my mind, but a resilient metal is what they find.
Yeah, solid as a pillar that can never bend. True spiritual conviction until the very end. No furnace can melt down the code. We keep the roots of this confidence are buried deep. Let the storms blow, let the structure shake. An unbreakable promise they can never break.
Tempered in the fire of the toughest years,
Turning the weakness and the heavy tears
into a shield that can block the blade.
Walking through the furnace, totally unafraid.
We holding on to this iron faith, rigid and strong.
This is the sanctuary where we belong.
Unyielding armor against the deceit.
We will never acknowledge the word defeat.
Iron faith, unbending and pure.
A monument of truth.
We will always endure.
Babylon tried to test the durability of the saints, using their propaganda and their mental pains. But our devotion is cast in industrial steel, a heavy-duty reality that is completely real. No compromise with the deceptive crew, keeping the foundation ancient and new.
My melodies a fortress that they cannot breach, rising far above the toxic words they preach. reach, I reinforce my borders with the sacred song, maintaining a majestic supernatural calm. You can test my patience, you can try my spine, but you cannot alter this structural design. Burning the fire of the toughest years,
turning the weakness and the heavy tears
into a shield that can block the blade.
You walk into the furnace, totally unafraid.
We holding on to this iron faith, rigid and strong.
This is the sanctuary where we belong.
Unyielding armor against the deceit.
We will never acknowledge the word defeat.
Iron faith, unbending and pure,
A monument of truth.
that will always endure. Unbreakable, unshakable, standing tall.
Built on a bedrock, so we never fall.
The hotter the fire, the stronger the more.
More valuable than silver.
More secure than gold. A spiritual steel that cannot be fractured. Cast in stone, no surrender.
No mechanical retreat.
Standing firm, holding the line. Holding on to this iron faith, rigid and strong.
This is the sanctuary where we belong.
Unyielding armor against the deceit.
We will never acknowledge the word defeat.
Iron faith, unbending and pure,
A monument of truth.
that will always endure. Industry Aniva,
Industrio,
Industry Aniva,
industrio.
Industry Aniva.
Whoa, oh, 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 oh.
The stadium lights are blinding, flashing a magnificent white. A million screaming voices tearing up the silence of night. Microphone feedback piercing through the heavy electric air. Sweat is dripping down the face, tangling up the messy hair.
I am ripping up the set list, abandoning the careful plan, igniting the craziest riot since the festival began. Yeah, the mosh pit erupting, bouncing off the barricade. This is the rebellious foundation that the youth have laid. Sound clash in the arena, the decibels are breaking the scale. Hey, the aggressive celebration is a ship set in a rapid sail. No security can contain the energy of the massive crowd. We're raising up the volume incredibly obnoxiously loud.
The amplifiers are smoking, the speakers are ready to blow. Oh, oh, the adrenaline is pumping, putting on an explosive show. Oh, hands are raised to the heavens, jumping up in absolute sync, pushing the sonic boundaries incredibly close to the brink. Singing the wild anthem, screaming at the top of the lung, the most beautifully chaotic melody that was ever sung.
The rules in the arena,
Absolute freedom of the voice.
making the massive noise.
This is the only acceptable choice.
Ooh, the bass drop is shaking the concrete foundation apart.
This is the unpolished truth, pouring straight from the heart.
Confetti cannons blasting, painting up the heavy smog. We running through the venue like a packer. The wild is dark. Hey, turntable standing shoulder to shoulder tight, ready to party forever into the endless summer night. Hey.
Vocal cords are shredding, shouting out the glorious hook. We are burning every single page of the industry rule book. The energy is contagious, a fever spreading through the zone. Every individual is feeling like they are sitting on a throne.
Yeah, I throw the mic stand down, I'm absorbing the beautiful roar. The audience is continually begging for a little bit more.
The amplifiers are smoking, the speakers are ready to blow. Oh, oh, the adrenaline is pumping, putting on an explosive show. Hands are raised to the heavens, jumping up in absolute sync, pushing the sonic boundaries incredibly close to the brink. Singing the wild anthem, screaming at the top of the lung, the most beautifully chaotic melody that was ever sung.
No rules in the arena,
Absolute freedom of the voice
yeah, making the massive noise.
is the only acceptable choice.
Ooh, the bass drop is shaking the concrete foundation apart.
This is the unpolished truth, pouring straight from the heart.
Turn it up, tear it down. We are taking over the town. No sleep, this is a promise we keep. Oh, 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 oh. Are you ready?
Let it go.
Oh, 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 oh. 1, 2, 3.
Singing the wild anthem, screaming at the top of the lung, the most beautifully chaotic melody that was ever sung.
No rules in the arena,
Absolute freedom of the voice
hey, making the massive noise.
is the only acceptable choice.
Ooh, the bass drop is shaking the concrete foundation apart.
This is the unpolished truth, pouring straight from the heart.
Scream loud,
Stay wild,
the anthem never dies.
good night, stadium. I refuse to sign the contract of submission. I am executing my own personal mission,
They wanted a puppet on a silver thread.
but I choose to walk the risky path instead.
My spirit is a weapon they cannot disarm.
Protected by a fierce internal charm.
Yes, reject the program, unplug the machine. Man, a radical soldier, if you know what I mean. No corporate suit can dictate my verse, breaking the cycle of the systemic curse.
Step into the arena with a righteous stance, giving the oppressor no second chance. They build the walls high to block out our view,
But we burning the perimeter, breaking on through.
no compliance, no surrender to the corporate king.
Listen to the revolutionary anthem we sing.
This is a rebel soul, untamed and awake, ready to dismantle every rule that they make. An insurgent vibration that you cannot control, taking back the ownership of body and soul. Rebel soul, fighting for the line, standing on the front lines of the righteous fight.
Guerrilla warfare with a lyrical spin. From the very moment that the track begin, Babylon a tremble
I'm the glitch inside their perfect design, crossing every limit, erasing the line. A renegade princess with an iron will, standing on the summit of the highest hill. They build the walls high to block out our view,
but we burning the perimeter, breaking on through.
no compliance, no surrender to the corporate king.
Listen to the revolutionary anthem. We sing, this is a
Rebel soul, untamed and awake, ready to dismantle every rule that they make. An insurgent vibration that you cannot control, taking back the ownership of body and soul. Rebel soul, fighting for the light, standing on the front lines of the righteous fight. Disobey the static, follow the flame,
we are the outlaws of the modern design,
walking straight forward in a single line.
an unstoppable
Force they cannot contain, because it's alright. Soul burning fierce through the night.
no master, no chains, no fear.
This is a rebel soul, untamed and awake, ready to dismantle every rule that they make. An insurgent vibration that you cannot control, taking back the ownership of body and soul. Rebel soul, fighting for the light, standing on the front lines of the righteous fight, leaving the limitations far behind. Independent spirit, eternal fire. The lunar gravity is pulling on the expansive, shifting sea. A kinetic momentum building up, wild and entirely free.
The shoreline is waiting nervously for the incoming massive crest. The surf is gaining altitude, puffing out to watery chest.
No sandbag barricade can ever hold back the approaching swell, ringing the nautical warning loudly on the lighthouse bell.
Yeah, the coastal defenders building up a flimsy, weak blockade, but the advancing tsunami cannot ever be
Slightly delayed,
surging forward aggressively, swallowing the sandy beach, reaching every single destination that it intends to reach. The levees are cracking under the overwhelming massive weight. This is the undeniable arrival of the fluid.
rushing fate. The foam is crashing down, the ripple becomes a surge. The continents and the waters are beginning to converge. Nothing can halt the progress of this incredibly massive wash.
Watching the human arrogance effortlessly get squashed.
Here comes the unstoppable tide, washing the debris away.
A relentlessly powerful current arriving to completely save the day.
Erasing the footprints left upon the dirty, muddy shore, delivering an aquatic justice that we cannot ignore. Ooh, the overwhelming flood is cleansing the earthly crust, overpowering the fragile concrete and the foolish human trust.
The monsoon winds are howling, pushing the current along. The ocean is loudly singing a remarkably terrifying song, wiping out the majestic purification delivered by the salty foam, taking the entire shoreline back to its original home.
I am standing on the cliff, watching the beautiful chaotic rush. The incredibly loud roar and makes the entire island hush. Every single droplet is moving with a synchronized singular mind, leaving the stagnant portals incredibly far behind. The moon is smiling down upon a spectacularly grand event. This incredibly massive surge is perfectly divinely sent. The foam is crashing down, the ripple becomes a surge. The continents and the waters are beginning to converge. Nothing can halt the progress of this incredibly massive wash.
Washing the human arrogance effortlessly gets squashed.
Here comes the unstoppable tide, washing the debris away.
A relentlessly powerful current arriving to completely save the day,
Erasing the footprints left upon the dirty, muddy shore, delivering an aquatic justice that we cannot ignore.
Ooh, the overwhelming flood
It's cleansing the earthly crust, overpowering the fragile concrete and the foolish human trust.
wash over, surge ahead, waking the ocean from the bed. Relentless flow,
Endless reach,
swallowing up the entire beach.
water rises, shore surrenders.
The tide rolls in.
Here comes the unstoppable tide, washing the debris away.
A relentlessly powerful current arriving to completely
Save the day, erasing the footprints left upon the dirty, muddy shore, delivering an aquatic justice that we cannot ignore. Ooh, the overwhelming flood is cleansing the earthly crust, overpowering the fragile concrete and the foolish human trust.
relentless powerful.
The tide takes off.
Ocean claims the land.
Yeah.
But no, 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 no.
I learned to hunt inside the corporate wild, no longer the submissive, timid child. I wear my power like a diamond crown, looking at the critics, looking down.
My mercy is a weapon,
Sharp and clean,
the fiercest royalty.
that you've ever seen.
Yes, a majestic posture, unbothered and proud. A beautiful panther inside of the crowd. They expected a victim they could manipulate, but we are the masters of our own fate.
Stepping at the Colosseum with a fierce stare, dominating the atmosphere everywhere.
Polite as an angel but ready to strike.
Equal authority for the small and great alike.
Don't compromise with the deceptive crew.
Keeping the presentation ancient and new. We're living with the savage grace, tough and refined.
A beautiful warrior of the modern design,
Untamed energy and the perfect control.
protecting the sanctuary of the soul.
Savage grace and elegant force, moving ahead with an unstoppable course.
Lion understand that we don't play no games. We burning the labels, we forgetting their names. No velvet glove can hide this iron fist. The most dangerous partnership on the list. We navigate the wilderness with total style.
Hiding the strategy behind a smile. My melody is a beautiful thunderstorm, breaking the matrix, rewriting the norm. I dress my rebellion in a expensive silk, feeding the babies with the spiritual milk. A renegade princess with an absolute spine, defending the perimeter of what is mine.
Polite as an angel but ready to strike.
Equal authority for the small and great alike.
No compromise with a deceptive crew.
Keeping the presentation ancient and new. We living with a savage grace, tough and refined.
A beautiful warrior of the modern design.
Untamed energy under perfect control.
Protecting the sanctuary of the soul.
Savage grace and elegant force, moving ahead with an unstoppable core.
And we rule the street.
A dual nature that they cannot define.
Walking straight forward on the victory line.
Magnificent power that nobody can tame. Savage,
Because we are wild. Grace for the innocent child. Unapologetic and tame, royal.
We're living with a savage grace, tough and refined.
The beautiful warrior of the modern design.
Untamed energy under perfect control.
Protecting the sanctuary of the soul.